Hey everyone, have you ever been in a meeting, brainstorming with your team? And someone says, hey, I was just about to say that. Or wow, we have the exact same idea. It feels great, right? Like you're perfectly in sync? But what if I told you that most of the time, this same idea is actually an illusion? Think about it. When you say you have the same idea, what you really mean is you've arrived at a similar conclusion or keyword. For example, you both might agree, let's make a video about productivity, but in your head. Productivity means a deep dive into the Pomodoro technique with slick graphics and a serious tone. For your colleague, it might mean a fun, fast-paced vlog about 5 easy life hacks to save time, filmed on a smartphone. See the difference? The core concept is the same, but the execution, the feeling, the entire vision is completely different. This is a classic communication trap, and it happens everywhere, not just at work. You and your partner might agree to eat healthy, but one of you is thinking vegan salads, and the other is thinking grilled chicken and roasted veggies. You agree on the destination, but you have completely different maps for how to get there. This illusion of agreement can lead to some serious misunderstandings and frustrations down the line when the final result does unmatch what you had in your mind. So, how do we fix this? It's simple, but it takes effort. Don't stop at the same idea. Go deeper. The next time someone says, we're on the same page, reply with, awesome. Tell me more about what that looks like to you. Ask clarifying questions. What's the tone? Who is this for? What's the first step we should take? Use visual aids. Draw it out on a whiteboard. Create a quick mock-up. Make the abstract idea concrete. 8. By taking a few extra minutes to unpack what the same idea really means to each person, you're not slowing things down. You're actually saving yourself hours or even days of rework and arguments later on. You move from a fragile illusion of agreement to a solid foundation of shared understanding. And that's where true collaboration begins. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights into communication and teamwork. See you in the next one. The 5 real variables that decide whether a trend dies or explodes. If you want a professional framework for predicting which trend will survive, there are 5 variables that matter more than originality. 1. Participation cost versus participation reward. Trend A asks for too much and gives too little. It might require complex editing, specific timing, or a context that doesn't apply to most people. Trend B minimizes cost and maximizes reward. It delivers a payoff even with minimal effort. In practical terms, that means shorter setup, clearer structure, fewer requirements, and a result that feels socially shareable. The most scalable formats are those where the participant looks clever or funny without needing to be exceptionally clever or funny. The format does the heavy lifting. To templateness, does the trend provide empty space? Successful trends behave like templates. They contain a fixed skeleton and a flexible slot. The skeleton is what makes the trend recognizable. The slot is what makes it personal. Trend A may be too rigid people can copy it, but they can't own it. Trend B leaves room for identity. My version of this is different because it reflects my life, my niche, my humor. That empty space is the engine of variation. Variation is the engine of longevity. 3. The first major amplifier. Who adopted it and why did it fit? Virality is not only about reach, it's about fit. Trend A might be shared by a large account whose audience doesn't remix, that produces views but not replication. Trend B might be picked up by a mid-sized creator whose community is trained to participate people who duet, stitch, remix, and compete. One high-fit amplifier often beats 10 low-fit amplifiers. The trend doesn't need the biggest megaphone, it needs the right room. For cluster formation, did it spread in communities or across individuals? When a trend spreads across individuals, it looks random. When it spreads inside communities, it looks inevitable. Community spread creates density. Many variations seen back-to-back. That density increases the chance that viewers will watch multiple versions and then make their own. Trend A fails here. It never forms a dense cluster. Trend B wins because it becomes a game inside specific circles. Students, co-workers, fandoms, local language regions, niche humor, pages each, generating their own internal wave. 5. Timing. Not the day it was posted, but the moment it landed. Timing isn't just calendar timing, it's psychological timing. Trend A may arrive when the feed is saturated with bigger stories. It may compete with an existing format that is already dominating attention. Trend B lands when people are hungry for something lighter, or when the platform's algorithm is rewarding that specific kind of structure. Shorter clips, tighter loops, higher completion. Even more important is the timing of the reference version, the remake that becomes the unofficial standard. Trend B often gets a defining version early, which makes the trend easy to understand and share. Trend A lacks that anchor. Without an anchor, the trend remains vague, and vagueness kills replication. Put these variables together, and the outcome stops being mysterious. Trend A dies, not because it was bad, but because it never crossed the threshold from content to behavior. It was watched, but not adopted. Trend B explodes because it became a social action, something people could do quickly, personalize easily, and share confidently. This is the professional lens. Treat trends as systems, not sparks. The question isn't which idea is better. The question is which format reduces friction, invites variation, finds the right amplifiers, forms clusters, and lands at the right moment. Because the trends that survive are rarely the most creative. They're the most replicable. And in the attention economy, replication is what turns a single post into a cultural event.